Hi everyone. So while Weston is finishing watching one of his shows, I figured I would do my update today. Mainly the reason being is that when I called labor and delivery one day, when I went for my last appointment, which was on Wednesday, I was told that I'm actually due on the 31st. This happened with Weston too. The days changed like randomly. And when I called labor and delivery, they're like, no, you're 39 weeks on Friday, not on Saturday. Or 38 weeks on Friday. And I was like, okay. So I'm 38 weeks today. Whatever. It's only a day, right? Doesn't really matter. But I figured I'd just get it up today. If I have time to edit, I will. And then it'll be up today or it'll be up tomorrow. So a lot has happened. Mainly, most of it has happened between Monday night till about Wednesday night. And then yesterday, everything disappeared. So this video is just pretty much going to be about what has happened, because that's all I have to update on, because that all includes my symptoms, how I've been feeling, and everything else. So this is going to be TMI, but if you're watching pregnancy vlogs, you know this already. So Sunday night, hubby and I got intimate, and I had a feeling that like maybe that would probably kickstart things, but I wasn't, sure about that or whatever. So Monday during the day, I started having more like I did last Friday, which when I updated my 39 weeks, I told you guys about that, or 37 weeks, sorry, little. So I started to have those again, and I didn't think anything of it. Come Monday night, I'm more uncomfortable. I'm having more of a hard time sleeping, but not because I'm having contractions, just because I'm feeling more discomfort down below. Like pelvis pressure, rectal pressure, all this stuff, and like baby girl was getting more engaged. So Tuesday comes, I feel terrible. I have to have my husband come home like 2 hours earlier. I can't even take care of my son. I'm having extremely bad period-like cramps. They're like, I can't time them, but they hurt so bad. So that night, I was laying in bed, and I was like, or that evening I was laying in bed, I said, you know what, I'm just going to call and change my appointment from Thursday to Wednesday, which was the next day. So I get it changed for a morning appointment on Wednesday, which was amazing. So after I changed the appointment, I'm laying in bed, and I am still continuing to contract. I'm still continuing to have these very, very painful menstrual cramps, and nothing is relieving them. I take a bath, that doesn't help. I try to relax, that doesn't help. I go on the ball. All I want to do is essentially walk around and be on all fours. Like I don't feel comfortable doing anything else. So Wednesday morning, obviously Tuesday night, I have a terrible sleep. Probably one of the worst sleeps I've ever had. So Wednesday morning I get up. Hubby stays home for like an hour more, and then I end up going to the doctor's, and while I'm there, I'm having these contractions, and I'm like, this is it. Like, I don't have this with Weston. I didn't have front labor. I had all back labor up until I got my epidural. Like 10 minutes before I get my epidural, I started feeling them in the... So because I didn't get that with Weston, I was essentially just thinking I must be in labor, and maybe I just can't feel it because my water hasn't broke. And that's why I can't time them. So I go to see my midwife, and she checks me, and I was 1 centimeter at 35 weeks and 4 days, and I am 3 centimeters dilated at 37 weeks and 5 days. So insane. I couldn't believe that had pushed that much, and all this pain and discomfort had to have been from that. I'm still very posterior. My cervix is still very far back. She had a really hard time even just trying to grab it, but she was very surprised in a way that I had progressed that much. She didn't tell me how effaced I was or anything like that. But we know that baby girl's head down. She's been head down since I think about 34 weeks. She's facing the right way now. At least that's what she thinks. She says she's either facing with her feet on my left side and her body on my right, or her body right in the middle. So for the most part of it, she's in the right position, and that either her head is in the right spot where you want their face to be touching your tailbone, not the back of their head, and that's why you can get back labor. And that's what I had with Weston. So she says that she's either heads to the side or face down. So good for that. So after I left that appointment, I felt so good. Of course, I was still having the contractions and that, but I felt really good. She didn't stretch me or anything. I actually felt no pain when she checked me. Which I actually, at one point I said, did you check me? She was like, yes, I did. I was like, that's weird, because I didn't even like feel you put your fingers in. She's like, well, because I can get, a full finger in there now. So, so I scheduled an appointment for next Wednesday, and I am going to get stretched. So that's Wednesday the 22nd. I will be 38 weeks and 5 days, and they're allowed to stretch you at 39 weeks. So I just said it'll be like 2 days before that, so you can just do it. So when I got home on Wednesday night, I was pretty much okay. My husband had to work overtime, so once I put Weston to bed, I was feeling fantastic. I started to notice that my appetite was coming back. I was starting to feel more relaxed. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lay in bed. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to have some snacks, and I'll just go to bed. So 8:45, 9 o'clock p.m. rolls around. My husband's working till like 10. And I start to get, as per usual, every time I lay down, I'm about to get a contraction. That is very much timeable. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sit up. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to see if this changes anything. And if it doesn't, I'm going to start timing them. So for about an hour, I was getting contractions every 5 to 6 minutes apart. They were averaging about almost a minute, which I think is actually quite long for how much they're supposed to be when they're that close together. I don't know. I can't remember. I thought they were supposed to be more like 30 seconds apart, or 30 seconds long, and they get longer when you're like 2 or 3 minutes apart. I don't know. I don't actually know, because I can't remember, but because I never actually went into labor with Weston at home, so they were all like timed at the hospital. So I called my husband and I said, I don't know if I'm going to need to go to the hospital right now, but I'm pretty sure that I'm in labor. Now, if you watch my vlogs with Weston, I was stretched from a 3 to a 4 at 41 weeks. So I'm 38 weeks today, and I'm already 3 centimeters. So that means that I could go into labor pretty quickly once I do, or it's just going to be prodromal labor. I'm not sure. So that night, he got home. I hung out with him a little bit and had a few contractions, and then he's like, why don't we go lay down in bed? I'll rub your back and see if you can fall asleep. Because, if you're in real labor, you can't sleep. It's pretty much impossible. So I lay down. He starts rubbing my back. I don't remember falling asleep, but obviously I did. And I didn't wake up. I fell asleep at 11 o'clock. I did not wake up till 6 in the morning. I had probably one of the best sleeps I've ever had. I'm not sure what was going on. I could have easily just had been feeling those because she did check me. I did lose a small part of my mucus plug, but it wasn't very big. And like I said, it could have just been because she was kind of fishing around in there, because I haven't lost anything from what I know at that point. So I got up in the morning and I felt really good. And I had said to him the night before, if I have this, what I'm feeling right now, Wednesday night, and what I had been feeling for a couple of days, I would be okay with feeling like this for another 2 or 3 days, and then I was going to have her. But if I'm not going to have her in 2 or 3 days, it needs to stop. And obviously my body was like, sure, I'll stop for you. So it stopped. So I felt really good. I don't feel discouraged. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm not frustrated. I'm not anxious. I know that she's going to come when she's ready and when my body is ready to get rid of her. And like I said, as long as I wasn't going to be feeling like that for days and days or weeks, I was fine. Now, if you guys know anything about prodromal labor, which is essentially just pre-labor, it can last for a long time. You can have days like this where it's really shitty and then nothing happens. And a lot of things can bring on prodromal labor or pre-labor where nothing actually evolves to be a baby. And that is because either your baby's not positioned right, your body's not ready yet, you know, there's just things that aren't actually ready at that moment. Now, I don't think I was going to have her this early anyways, but Wednesday night really felt like before I fell asleep that I was going to have her. So I know this video is 10 minutes long. I'm sorry. That's pretty much all that's been happening. Today I woke up. I did have a really crappy sleep, mainly because I was starving in the middle of the night. And then when I woke up at 6, I was really felt really sick. And yesterday I had a huge increase in my appetite. All I wanted to do was eat constantly. I had a little bit more energy. I actually took the dogs for a walk with Weston by myself. I had this like almost like a nesting feeling, you know, when you want to do things, you want to clean, you want to get exercise, go outside, whatever. So this morning I woke up and I didn't feel that well, but I feel pretty good right now. I'm going to take Weston to a park that we haven't been to in a very long time that he really likes. And then we're just going to go swimming today because it's supposed to be like 90 something degrees. So I'm going to try to enjoy these last moments with Weston, seeing what happened the other night, and I'm already 3 centimeters. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next week. Like I said, on the 22nd, I will get stretched and sweeped and all that lovely stuff. But if I make it to 40 weeks, and I'm 40 weeks in one day, and I have not had her, and I'm still feeling the exact same as I feel today, which I have no contractions, no pressure, no nothing, yes, I will be a very unhappy person. But until then, I'm going to try to enjoy this as much as I can, because this is my last pregnancy, my last baby, last moments of us being a family of 3. So we're just going to try to enjoy every moment as we possibly can until she gets here. Not that we're not going to enjoy it when she gets here, because we definitely will, but I'm just trying to fill in as much time with Weston as I can. So everything is done. We have every single thing we need for baby girl. There's obviously bigger items that we need to get, like a monitor and stuff. I'm just going to wait until, you know, after I have her. And everything in the house is done. I have nothing to nest. I have nothing to fix or prep or nothing like that. The only thing that I have urges to do is to keep my house fully stocked with food. Because in case we leave and we have to leave Weston with our friend at our house, I want there to be food here. So I keep telling myself, like, you need to go to the grocery store and stock up on this and then stock up on that. So that's kind of been the only thing that I've been feeling. That's it. I will give you a belly shot, and baby girl is moving constantly all the time. So that's really good. And yeah, I will hopefully see you guys next week with a baby. If not, I will see you for my 39-week update next Friday. Bye. Here it is. I think I've dropped, but who knows?